So if else is nothing but, if suppose the condition went wrong, you will be having one more option, right? So that is comes under a if else part, right? So previous case we had only if the condition satisfy, then you will go ahead with the condition and the set of process will be remain same if the other conditions are not satisfied. Okay, so now here you have a condition. So this condition is satisfied, then go ahead with the first statement. If condition is not satisfied, you are supposed to go with the else part, right? So this is called the if else part. Okay, so now I have a value ch equal to character a. So now character a, I'm just checking a less than c. So here I have a character value, but I am just checking it's greater or less. Actually happened here, we are comparing the ASCII value. So a ASCII value is what? A equal to 97. C ASCII value is what? 99. So now I'm just checking a 97 less than c. Yes, definitely true. What will happen? You will get a grade, a less than c. Okay, so if not, you will get a greater than c, right? So that's what I'm checking here. Okay, so this is if else, right? If else Java LWD. So I'm just checking a less than b. Yes, definitely a is less than c only. Okay, because ASCII value of a is 97, it's going to be less than the 99, right? So this is how we'll be having, right? So I taught you, right, with semicolon what will happen. Here also I'm just continuing with semicolon. Then in this case what will happen? Can anyone answer? So previous question I taught you, if end with a semicolon, what will happen? Empty if, right? Similar way here also I end with a semicolon. So this is going to throw an error. Why? Because if without if you can't go ahead with the else, because this end with a semicolon is going to be a empty if, right? So empty if is going to have a part of one line, but in case of else part, else without exist. Okay, if the if is not there. Okay, so listen, if only there, then we'll get a else part, right? If is not there, then how it becomes a else? Else is nothing but a dependent statement of if, right? So that is why this is going to throw an error. Let me go ahead with the execution part of the same program with a semicolon, right? So we'll get an error. Else without if, it is not possible at all. Okay, if alone that is possible, but else if without if is not possible, right? So if something checked only, we'll be having a else part, right? So if not there, then it is going to be an error, right? So this is going to throw an error, right? I hope everyone clear with this, right? So let me go ahead with the ladder if. Okay, so ladder if is nothing but, so if inside if, I'll be having a value 10. So 10 less than 50. If it is so, I have to go ahead with the another condition. So 10 is greater than 5 or not. Yes, then you have to print the number is between 5 to 50, right? So greater than 5, less than 50. That's what here happening here. So we'll go ahead with the operator. That is a different case. Here if else ladder is going to be look like this. If under if, you will be having, if you want, you can go ahead with the else part also. Okay, that is not a issue. Okay, so here I'm just giving a structure if inside a if. So this is going to give an output is if ladder if Java LWD. So we'll get the output 10 is between 5 to 50, right? So this is actually a basic idea about if with semicolon, if with the scope, and again if else with semicolon, if else with the scope, right? And the next thing, a ladder if else. Okay, so let me go ahead with the interview question. One more minute is there, so I'm going to wind up this one.